welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. I hope you guys had a good Mother's Day by the time you see this. Today is Mother's Day, I'm recording. But in the beginning of the video was from yesterday where I went book shopping, and I got about 8 books, more than I thought, but the intention was to get books that are mostly Caribbean authors, and it was interesting how that went. But before I do that, let's talk about what I'm reading. So I finished Gold by Alexandra House. This is a hockey series romance that she just started, and I'm here for it. It was really good. It was not what I expected, because you think of a wealthy man and a nanny situation, and you just kind of like side eye like that scenario, but it was done in a way where it made sense. The romance made sense. You understood how these two characters can even be in the same space of having that kind of love. And I was here for it. I was here for why he had to get a nanny in the first place. This is not a man who had children, but it's the story, how it was written. It was just like, yes, I was here for it. So I highly do recommend that romance. I also have the last book that I showed you in the last haul that I did, of Mice and Men. This is John Steinbeck, and this is, I think, number 3. I think it's number 3, and you guys know how much I love his writing as well, his storyline. So I'm not going to really talk much about this because I hope to finish it today, and it's going to be in a separate, maybe a separate video, or maybe I'll just throw it into something else. But it's short, like most of his books, and I'm going to finish this today. But I wanted to take advantage of being able to edit and upload today, because you guys know my internet is still not great. But let's dig into the book. So of course I went back to McNally Jackson. So I went back to this bookstore because I still love this bookstore. I think it's such a treasure because you can find stuff in there that you won't find in a regular bookstore. The last book haul I did was at Barnes & Noble, which I enjoy, but I like that they had an area where it was Caribbean. It got smaller. That's the only thing I could say about the bookstore. If you look at a previous video I did last year compared to this year, the Caribbean section got smaller. I don't know what's going on, but I kind of feel like I don't see a lot of Caribbean published book this year. There are maybe, I think, 2 that's coming out later on this year that I'm excited about, but there's not a lot that I'm hearing of or even seeing. I'm sure they're out there, but they're not getting that much publicity. So I am here to tell me, please, if there's some Caribbean books that recently came out that is easy to get my hands on, let me know, and put it in the comment section, because I'm looking for more Caribbean books to add to my list of books that I want to read in June. You guys know I dedicate June to Caribbean books. And not just for June, period, just to keep reading. I think I bought 4 yesterday, and I have 1 that I bought previously, and there's 2 more that I will be getting, but I will buying it online. But I want more in the mix, that I can have options, so when I do my TBR I have options to pick from. And hopefully books that grab my attention, because there's about maybe 2 other books that I've seen people talk about. Not interested. But anyway, I'm not going to show you the Caribbean books in this video, because I'm dedicating a full video on new books that I've purchased that are Caribbean authors. And so these 4 books that I'm talking about now is I'm hoping to read soon. So we're going to talk about the first one that just won that big prize, and it's probably going to pick up more prize. And the reason why I decided to get it is because you guys saw the last video I did where I talk about Little Women, and then of course Hello Beautiful, the homage to Little Women. And this one is the same thing, but it's getting a lot of praise, and I'm like, it better be as good, because y'all know I'm a Dickens. I'm a Dickens. I love David Copperfield. So I was just like, oh, okay, we're going there. So you already know what book I'm talking about. Demon Copperhead. And I don't know anything about Barbara Kingsolver. I don't know about her. This book is chunky, but of course, David Copperfield was long, long. I loved it. Everything about that book. So I'm gonna do this because y'all know I'm loving this whole homage situation that we're having now. I want to say this is the, wow, is this the third one that I will be doing a classic? And I want to say I'm thinking Little Women and what you call it, Hello Beautiful is not the first time I've done that with a classic and a spin-off on it. If you guys been watching me, remind me what else did I do that was similar in the series. But anyway, so I will be reading this. I don't know when. I'm not sure when. It might be in July. I don't know if I'm going to get to it this month. But I'm tempted. If I can read the next two books that I have on my list that I want to get to, then I might start reading this. It is a chunky one. It's over 500 pages, but it's doable. It's doable. If I don't have nothing else, if I'm reading this, just this only, I could commit an entire week, 7 days of reading this. But we'll see. And again, it has to be really good for me not to want to put it down. That will make it where I can make it through this. I have a feeling it's probably going to be on the Booker, and I kind of want to get ahead of the game just in case, because it's popping up on every list, and I don't want to not have to deal with this with the other books that is probably going to come out. So I kind of like, you know what, let me just get it over with, because I have a strong feeling I'm going to end up having to read this at some point this year. So that's where I'm at. So let's get on to more classic, because I'm a classic girl. So Elizabeth Gaskell Cranford. So I think I saw a mini series of this. Now, you know I loved Elizabeth Gaskell. This is North and South, and Daughters and Wife, or Wives and Daughter, Daughters and Wife and Daughter. I was getting back mixed up. I think, yeah, this might be number 3, but I do have Sylvia's Lovers at home. But I always want to read this, and I love that it is not a long one. Look at the size of this. Yes. So I'm happy about it because it's not that long. But this might be another book to movie adaptation kind of situation where I read this and then watch the movie, or I think there's multiple versions of this, and how I like it, and see how it goes, because I heard this is one of her well-known ones. Another classic I got was from my favorite author, and if you know, you know, James Baldwin. So I took Just Above My Head. It is a novel. I do not know much about this novel. I don't think I've ever heard about this one. A lot of the other ones that I've read, I've heard about them somewhere along the line, but this one is completely like, I have no idea. But I'm going to pick it up. I'm going into it blind, because it doesn't really tell you. It just kind of tells you like, go tell on a mountain with a little bit of Giovanni room. So which meaning there is probably some religious storyline in this, and sexuality playing the key. That's what I'm getting from this. It's also a chunky one compared to some of his other books. Again, yeah, it's almost 600 pages, guys. So this one's a long one as well. Ooh, yeah. So on the long one as well. But this is going to be later on. I don't see myself reading this soon. But now that I look at the list, let's see how many books I've read from him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, think it's saying I read 7, but I'm missing. Yeah, I think it's missing on the list all the books that I've read, because it's saying this list is only having 7 books that I've read. Pretty sure I've read more than 7. I thought this would have been like 9 or 10, but we'll see when I go home. Look at my shelf. But I've all the books that I do own, I've read them all. So this will be read soon, because my intention is to read every single book he's ever published, including his nonfiction stuff. So yeah. And the last book is not a classic. It's a book I've never heard of. And of course the cover first got my attention. All this could be different. I don't know what it's about. It is a debut novel. Look how pretty that cover is. And what I'm getting is an Immigrant Story. And I love Immigrant Story because, hello, I'm immigrant. And this is one where the person has, she has made it somewhat. And then, of course, something happened where she lost the wealth that she had, and this is how she's getting through it. But this also has a mix of cultural things as well as queer storyline that's in this as well. So I'm not sure, but I like a little something that's just not popular, that I don't see anybody talking about, that I can read and not, you know, and enjoy. And I'm hoping it's really good. This is an Indian author. So it says Asian American. Yeah, she's Indian. So this is her. And hopefully it's good. So we'll see how that's going to play out. So that's it, guys. This is all the books I'm going to share today, and I'm excited to show you what Caribbean books I picked up. There was some interesting title that I picked up. I think I have I picked up everything, none from the popular islands at all that you would typically get with books. I was a little bit like happy I was able to get some from that. There is one from Guyana that I've never been able to pick up a book from a Guyanese author, so I was very happy about that. And so yeah, I am going to keep digging, and again, give me some recommendation for some Caribbean books that you haven't seen me talk about or read on this channel, because I know I've read so many. My stack of Caribbean books is pretty nice right now, but I need to read some more. So anyway, see you guys in the next video, and have a good day. Bye.